Welcome to Countdown to Commencement. I'm Brianna Hurwitz. In just under an hour, Montgomery College's 66 commencement exercises will get underway. I'll be with you for the next hour as we count down to the start of the ceremony at 10 a.m. And during that hour, we'll have a look back at the year in sports at MC with MCTV's own Michael Brown, host of the Raptor Report, and a special commencement edition of MC in Focus, a news program produced by students in the college's Advanced Broadcast Journalism program. But first, let's start with our students. Hundreds will cross the stage, receive their diplomas, and become Montgomery College graduates. At this year's grad finales on MC's 3 campuses, we talked to the graduates-to-be and asked them, how does it feel to be graduating?
Well, at 52 years old, it feels great to finally graduate or ever have attended college.
It's definitely relieving graduating from Montgomery College. It's been a long journey for me, and for me to discover what I'm really passionate about in a major I'm very comfortable with is very relieving and very relaxing for me, and I can't believe I'm finally done with Montgomery College.
Wow, I can't describe how I feel right now. I just feel amazing.
Oh my goodness, it feels a big relief to be graduating finally. Oh, I survived it.
Oh, this feels great after so many years.
I feel great to be graduating. I'm ecstatic. It's been a long road, part-time, and it's a great feeling.
It feels great to be graduating and transferring. It's been a long time coming, but we're finally here. We're ready to do it.
Oh man, it's about time, man. I graduate. I feel good. You know, I feel proud of myself. I feel proud of my family. I feel proud of Montgomery College. You know, I feel proud of, you know, the work that I've put in for this graduation, and I really feel good. And I feel successful.
It feels awesome to be graduating. Finally did it. I'm so proud and so happy for myself, so thanks.
I feel honored, I'm proud. Having gone through Montgomery College, I know that what I've learned here, I'm going to take to where I'm going, and I know I'll do well because the professors were good.
Oh, it's finally it's so good because it hasn't been like challenging with the courses, but finally I made it. I'm glad that I could graduate and move forward with my goals.
Awesome. It feels good.
It feels great. I feel like I have accomplished so much.
It feels great to know that I am transitioning on to the next steps in my life. It also makes me so thankful to God, to all those wonderful people who have supported me in so many different areas of my life.
I feel exciting, happy, and I did it.
Ever since I was 11 years old, I wanted to graduate college, and now I have the chance to do it and continue on in the career that I'm currently in, but with a little more money.
Whoopee! I just can't wait. Just wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
Wow, I think Deborah's a little excited to be graduating. Lots of happy faces there, and with good reason. All of the graduates walking the stage today got there with a lot of support from friends and family. Here are some of this year's grads with some shout-outs to those that helped them get here today.
Edward, thank you for just being very helpful, you know, stability-wise, mentorly-wise, you know, thank you for that. And my sister, I love you. You're next.
Hi, Majani. Hi, Ari. Hi, Mom. Hi, Ricardo. Hi, Paul. Hi, Leon. Hi, my aunts, my sister.
Well, I definitely want to give a shout out to my family, especially my parents who have been supportive throughout my whole education career. My sister, who is 7 years old, but continues to impress me and to be my incentive to continue and to be a good role model for her. My boyfriend, Hunter, who wakes up at 7 o'clock in the morning just to drive me to physics class. And he's been very supportive throughout this whole process.
J'aimerais bien remercier mon papa, Monsieur Diamandom Creyo, mes amis, spécialement Jimadoum, mes camarades de classe, Claude, mon oncle Boulandi, ma grande sœur Hawa, mon grand frère Ahmed, Yasser, Aziz, Esa, and everybody. I would like to thank everybody for supporting me through this life.
All my professors, Professor Hugo, Professor Edwards, Daryl, Tango, Sister Hung, Sharon, everybody, hello, who had a part and play in my life. I love you, I love you, I love you.
I would give the shout out for my friend, roommate, Tara, Indra, and Niroj.
Hello, trio students, how are you? Hello, grandmother, hello, auntie, hello, Virginia, hello, Barbara.
I would like to thank my husband, Claron McDaniel, my two girls, Josie and Marie Claire, my church members as well. They have helped me. I would like to thank my friend Tutu, Morgan and Natalie.
Hello, Braxton, how are you? See what grandma can do? Come on and join me. Hello, Malachi, hello, Percy Lee, hello, Wendy, hello, Hans, hello, Mark.
I would like to shout out to my two kids, my oldest son Khalil and my daughter Kiara, who's 7, and as well as my mom and my brother. Thank you guys for helping me along my way.
Hello, Percy Jr., Big Percy, Big Sturgis, Little Sturgis, all the Sturgis, Higgins, Williams, and Burnett's. Hi.
I want to give a shout out to some friends. Stephanie Seaman, I know she wanted to be here with us today, but she can't. But she's been a big part of my encouragement, and she's been a classmate of mine for a few semesters, but she pushes me to keep going even though I'm so tired and exhausted.
I'd like to give a shout out to my amazing parents who are my rocks and safe place to fall, to my niece and my nephew who are the joys of my life, to my sister for making me a better person.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank God. If it weren't for him, I wouldn't be here today. I'd also like to thank my family, especially my parents, my mom and my dad, my brother Marco, and my Wella. If it weren't for you all, including everyone in the family, I wouldn't be able to be where I am today, standing here, getting ready to graduate, and I'm so glad that you guys stuck with me the whole time and fought for me.
We'll have more shout-outs from grads later in the show. Next up, we have MCTV's own Michael Brown with a look back at how MC's sports teams fared this year. Michael?
Thanks, Brianna. Welcome to a special commencement edition of the Raptor Report. I'm Michael Brown. It was an outstanding year for Montgomery College sports as our teams donned new colors, took the fields and courts for the first time as the Raptors, and produced many great moments to celebrate. Men's soccer welcomed Pedro Braz as their new coach and produced a historic year. They won the Maryland JUCO Championship for the first time in school history, took the Region 20 title, and advanced to the National Championships for the first time in over 10 years. And for the first time ever, they made it to the championship game where they lost a heartbreaker by 1 goal in overtime to Herkimer County. But their second place finish was the highest national ranking in the history of MC men's soccer, and Coach Braz is eager to top that this fall. And in women's soccer, most expected the defending national champions to go through a rebuilding year under new head coach Brad Harton. But instead, he laid a strong foundation for the future and led them to a winning season and a first-round win in the Region 20 tournament over arch-rival Howard. The Powerhouse MC volleyball program continued its excellence under head coach Amir Mafinajad as they developed into one of the strongest teams in the state year after year. This season, they were 15-5 and finished third in Maryland JUCO. Turning to basketball, the women's team had an amazing year. Despite some serious injuries that left them with a depleted bench, Coach G's Raptors rolled to the Region 20 Championship over CCAC boys, claimed the District G title in a rout over Middle Georgia, and advanced to the National Championship Tournament in Minnesota. At Nationals, they proudly played their hearts out, and they were the only lower seed in the field of 8 to knock off a higher seed on their way to finishing 5th in the tournament. The women's softball program was reborn under new head coach Mike Smigaki. Their first winning season in almost 10 years resulted in a top 5 finish in Maryland JUCO and a top seed in the Region 20 tournament. Look for this team to just get better and better in coming years. The track and field program continues to get stronger and stronger under head coach Jamal Schools. This year, MC athletes qualified for over 22 events at the national championships and claimed numerous top 10 national honors. Last but certainly not least, the MC Raptors baseball team had another stellar season. They set the school record for victories, swept their way to their 7th Region 20 championship in the last 8 years, and advanced once again to the NJCAA Division III World Series in Tyler, Texas, that gets underway May 25th. So congratulations to all the Montgomery College athletes, coaches, and staff for making their first year as the Raptors one to remember. And before we go, let's take a quick look back at each of the MC teams in action this season. Back to you, Brianna.
Thanks, Michael. To keep up with the latest in MC athletics, watch Michael on the Raptor Report, monthly on MCTV, on Cable Channel 10 in Montgomery County, and on the MC YouTube channel at youtube.com/Montgomery College. Earlier in the show, we heard from graduates thanking friends and family that helped them along the way. Most also had an additional source of support as they worked their way to their ultimate goal, the faculty and staff here at Montgomery College. Here's some of today's grads with words of thanks.
I would like to thank and give a shout out to my professor, my counselors, Jamin Bartolomeo, Miriam Zeman, which was the best teacher for me, Jamin, the best counselors I ever had.
I want to thank Montgomery College for the opportunity to receive such a great education.
One of my favorite professors here, Professor Hernandez, who I've had her for 2 semesters, but She's made a very big impact on how I want to become a teacher, and she's definitely showed me the way of how to be a great teacher because she's a very good example of that.
I would also like to thank my professors, Professor Zeman, Professor Elliott, and then Professor Early. Thank you all for supporting me.
And I would also like to especially thank a professor that helped me a lot throughout this entire program and through this entire process of graduating. I was all panicked and scared for most of the part, but she helped get me calm and she kept me through. Thank you very much, Dr. Baca. I appreciate all your help.
I'm here with my professors from graphic design, Catherine Hebel, Patricia Johansson. They were very, very helpful in all my years at Montgomery College.
I would like to give a shout out to Professor John Foster at Rockville.
I want to say thank you to my professors and the staff at Montgomery College, especially to Marilyn Andrews, because they made me feel as a part of this great family.
There are too many professors to count. I don't want to name Professor Huergos, one Professor Wakeman Lynn, Dr. Wilson was one of the counselors at Montgomery College.
The TRIO program really encouraged me, especially as stated before. Hung, Daryl, James, Dr. Shear, Luen, Taib, Tango, every single one of those people, they're so dedicated in helping the students grow and succeed in whatever fields they need to do. They're all so amazing. I won't forget how many times when Hung, especially, she tutored me in biology, made sure that I would master it and do well in it.
Dr. Chaban for always guiding me and helping me through the communication classes.
I would like to thank the staff here at Montgomery College, especially in the photography department.
The professors who I hounded endlessly during their office hours for help. Thank you.
The math department was really amazing. We have some really good math teachers there.
And I also want to give a shout out to 3 special professors for Professor Basie, Professor Escobar, Professor Ringheisen, and there's one professor, I forgot his name. And, I forgot his name just like that. That's okay, I forgot his name.
Montgomery College for giving me the opportunity, for the professors that I've worked with. Special thanks to Professor Carl. I know you pushed me a lot. You know, you screamed, you yelled, you critiqued, you know, you did everything to make sure that I was on point. And, you know, I'm glad that you seen something in me that I wasn't able to really notice. And, you know, I'm glad you kept me on point and on focus, on track. And I just want to say thank you for that. I love you for that.
That last graduate was Dallas Howard, a television major at MC, and she helps lead us to our next segment. Every spring, television majors in Professor Joanne Carl's Advanced Broadcast Journalism class produce a weekly live newscast called MC in Focus, which airs right here on MCTV. Traditionally, the class produces a special broadcast for Commencement Day, and this year is no exception. This year's show was produced by graduate Dallas Howard. Here's a very special edition of MC in Focus.
Hello and welcome, students, parents, faculty, and staff. This is Kian Linares for MC in Focus. To those students out there graduating, congratulations, and be proud of your achievements because you deserve it.
Hello and welcome to MC in Focus. Thanks for joining us here on our last show. This commencement edition of MC in Focus is dedicated to all MC graduates. That's right, the class of 2013. I'm your host, Jose Merino.
And I'm Terry Dillard. Today's show will focus on past events, dedicated faculty, and student honors. The 2012-13 school year was a very successful one for Montgomery College in both athletic and academic competition.
In January, 4 students from 2 academic programs came up big in Las Vegas. That's right, they finished among the best in the nation. Hashim Horn tells the story.
Montgomery College placed 3rd in the 2013 National Association of Home Builders competition held in Las Vegas. Students from the architectural and construction management programs worked together in the competition. Montgomery College architecture professor Sharia Talat sat down with us to talk about the team dynamic with the two programs.
And what we do is integrate people from both programs. So we have people from the construction management program and people from the architecture program. We put them together and basically solve a solution. It's a predetermined problem that's distributed nationally to all the two-year schools in the country, and we worked that problem.
Students Diana Lopez and Pauline Sippen talked about their experiences and what they learned from competing.
It was like nothing I've ever experienced before. I have been in a competition before, but since this one was construction management, it really helped us to learn what it's like to collaborate with the team over there at the construction management. And it was a very technical competition, so that's something really I was not exposed to as much as an architecture major.
At first it was very hard, but in the long run it was very worth it. We learned so much from the construction management students, and we believe that they learned some from us too. So it was a good integrated project that we were very happy to be participating on.
These experiences will no doubt help them down the road in their careers. For MC in Focus, I'm Hashim Horn.
Student success stories happen all the time at Montgomery College. Being a student aide gives students hands-on training to help them master their craft. Let's take a look at how the student aide program at MCTV helps media students pursue a career in television production.
My name is Steve Hauk. I'm the production manager here at Montgomery College Television. We have what is probably one of the top student production aid programs of any community college, at least in the state of Maryland and possibly in the nation. The students are asked to become employees, really, of the station. It's kind of a glorified internship, but it is paid, so that's nice for students. But largely, we want the students to experience professional atmosphere, what it's like to be part of a working television station.
My name is Edward Clark. I'm the Video Operations Coordinator at the University of Maryland Athletics Department. I was looking for a degree that interested me, and I found a video production course, and that happened to be with Professor Brown, who now also works at the television station. And he brought me over here, and he gave me an opportunity to try my hand and see how I liked working here.
When I interview the students, I try to find out what their passion is. We have one student now who's very interested in being an on-air reporter. We've given her on-air experience already. She could take what she did at MCTV and be, and possibly take that and even get a small market television job. She wanted to be a reporter. We had another who wanted to be more of a shooter, one who wanted to be an editor. So we'll try to tailor that a little bit and give them that a specific experience. But it's also learning it all.
They never said no to whatever I wanted to do. If I wanted to do camera, if I wanted to do audio, if I wanted to do lighting, they let me do it. They first taught me how to do it and gave me the chance to do it, and then it got to the point where I finished being a student intern here at the station, and then they retained me as a part-time, basically a production assistant.
We're going to give the student a hugely well-rounded experience, but yeah, if they want to tailor it and try to kind of work with our PDs, they can sit with the PD and learn how to edit. They can go out and shoot with some of our expert PDs. I mean, these guys are, we're talking probably close to 100 years of experience minimum in this group of producer-directors. So some of them have more experience in shooting and editing and graphics. So it's whatever the student wants to focus on. Once they feel they've gotten this kind of well-rounded feel, they can start tailoring it a little bit more and then walk out of here with some of that focus.
The station gave me a chance to actually put what I learned into practice. Like if I learned how to do three-point lighting or some kind of creative lighting or some kind of audio technique in my classes, I could then come here and put them into practice and get better and better at it.
Now it's time for a retrospect of Montgomery College sports teams with Victor Pineda. Victor, it seems like the MC Raptors have been favored in the playoffs this year.
It was a successful year in Montgomery College sports. In the fall, the men and women's soccer teams both welcomed new coaches.
In his first year as head coach, Pedro Baez led the men's soccer team to the regional title, and they advanced to the national tournament that was held in Herkimer, New York. The Raptors made it to the finals but lost to the home team, Herkimer County Community College, in overtime by 1 goal. The men's soccer team won the Maryland Junior College title for the first time in school history, Turning to women's basketball, Coach Tarlou Gasquet's team won the regional and district championships to advance to the national tournament for the second straight year. And this past weekend, the top-seeded men's baseball team hosted the regional tournament at the Germantown campus. The team, currently ranked 5th in the nation, will now travel to Tyler, Texas to participate in the World Series starting on May 25th. The track and field team qualified for more than 22 events at the national tournament last weekend at Howard Community College. Among the many outstanding efforts turned in by the Raptors, the men's 4x800 meter relay team finished 4th. The women's 4x400 meter relay team also came in 4th.
The 2013 MC in Focus team wishes the athletes and the MC Raptor sports teams much success. I'm Victor Pineda. Thanks for watching MCTV in Focus Sports.
Dedicated faculty is one thing Montgomery College can be proud of. In the photography department, there is a teacher who loves to share his skills with his students. Michael Hollingsworth took the time to speak with John Goel.
As a college student at any institution, you would demand to learn from a passionate and experienced professor, a person with strong beliefs, passion for his work, and the drive to pass it on to the next generation.
I have a real strong belief that if you've learned a lot about something, after a while it becomes sort of a point of honor to pass it on to other people. And I was a professional photographer for 30 years, or since college really, while I was in college, 1960s. And I have learned a lot. I never studied it, but I learned a lot working for other photographers, and I learned some wonderful things, and I just thought about 12 years ago, I'd like to start really passing that on to people.
As a photography professor at Montgomery College, John Goel will take you beyond the curriculum and above your expectations.
This is not a bucolic landscape, this is a cynical landscape. Yeah. Now, when I originally looked at it, I said, oh, this horizon's crooked, you didn't level the shot, and you may want to try that. But the next time you come across something like this, if you want to make it even graphically stronger, try really tilting that camera drunkenly. I try to teach several things simultaneously. One is the craft and the skill, which makes it possible to do the creative parts better and for that work to communicate more clearly if you know the technical material well. It takes a while to learn it. It's like learning a musical instrument. You have to practice it a lot. But I also try to teach by example if I can, but however, a professional approach, professional attitude about oneself as an image maker and about also oneself as a potential business person for those people who are going into photography professionally.
A great part of being a professor is understanding what the students contribute to the classroom learning experience. Don't underestimate the value of your presence.
What's fun in teaching is that you often get phenomenal surprises from students who come up with wonderful things you wish you had thought of 20 years ago. What I learned is how to increase my ability to be clear in what I'm trying to teach people, or show people, or demonstrate to people. I get that. I also like the constant challenge of having to remember all the stuff that I've learned all these years, because if you don't use it and you don't explain it to people or talk to people about it, you forget it. And so, in a sense, the class keeps me stimulated and alive and my memory more alert because I have to use this knowledge all the time. Keep in mind that we get students all the way from 17 years old up to my age. And at my age, they're coming and looking for something different than someone who's 17 or 20 or 30. So they bring with them a unique personality that has something in them that wants to learn this particular kind of thing.
The Harlem Shake has been a huge success on YouTube. We took a little time to produce the MC in Focus version of the popular dance.
Con los terroristas.
And do the Harlem Shake.
We worked really hard in this class, so it's nice to get to play a little too.
That's it for our special commencement edition of MC in Focus. Thank you so much for joining us. We had a great year and we learned a lot. What was your favorite part of the semester, Terry?
Being able to work in the TV studio, really, it's a nice experience.
That was pretty cool. We did that. My favorite part was being able to get my hands on Photoshop and yeah. What's your plans for after
Towson, man, playing football for Towson. What about you?
Yeah, I'd like to get some more schooling, but I don't think I'm going to.
So to all the graduates and your family, we congratulate you and wish you your success.
Have a great summer, everyone.
Thanks to the students of the Advanced Broadcast Journalism class for all their hard work. When we return, we'll hear more from the class of 2013. I'm Brianna Hurwitz, and this is Countdown to Commencement.
Start your endless possibilities moving forward this summer. Register for Montgomery College's exciting summer sessions right now.
Every summer I take 12 credits, and that's always here at MC. And I see that continuing even between undergraduate years and maybe even some graduate work, because a lot of people in those summer courses are coming to get prerequisites for master's work, and they really do transfer to a lot of places. My brother came here for summer courses. He said they have wider selection of classes here than at his four-year college. I couldn't be happier with what MC's done for me. It creates an environment where I can challenge myself, but it's not overwhelming, and it delivers exactly what it's supposed to. It's a two-year school that allows me to learn the skills that I need to go to a four-year university.
Visit montgomerycollege.edu and search registration. It's also not too early to be thinking about MC's fall session either. Classes begin August 26th. Register now and let your endless possibilities at MC begin today.
The story in Insights magazine about Lily Landau is really pretty interesting. She is somebody that has retooled herself by attending Gudelsky Institute. She actually has a master's degree. She was a teacher for about 5 years in the public school system, and she took time off to have a family and decided when it was time to go back to work that she wasn't quite sure that was a good fit for her anymore, and she investigated career options. And being a Montgomery County resident, Lily was very familiar with Montgomery College and the options that she had locally. She actually enrolled at MC, sat with a counselor, took an assessment test on her skills, and in her top 5 results were engineering and electrical wiring, because she has a math aptitude. So engineering would have taken too long back in school, and she opted for a faster track. The trade unions have a strict or challenging exam. A heavy component of it is math and algebra skills, and Lily passed with flying colors and got herself a spot in the union. And she says she uses math every day on the job. You not only have to be good at math, you have to like it. Lily's in a 5-year apprentice program. She will become a full-fledged journeyman in 2017. So she knows she has a lot of work ahead of her, but she's also happy, very happy to be working full-time as she does this. She's thrilled to be an electrician. She loves it. She hopes that she will just do this until she retires.
Whether you're a recent high school graduate, career-changing adult, or seeking professional or personal development, Montgomery College has what you're looking for. We offer more than 130 programs of study, as well as workforce development and continuing education to prepare you for a rewarding future. Take advantage of our small class sizes, award-winning faculty, and flexible scheduling. Evening, weekend, and online classes offered. Apply today. Montgomery College, endless possibilities. 240-567-5000.
Welcome back to Countdown to Commencement. Earlier in the show, we heard some thoughts from the class of 2013 on how it feels to be graduating. Let's see if this group is as excited as that one was.
It's really exciting to be graduating. I can't wait.
It is uniquely exciting for me because my journey has been long and a little windy, but the fact that I was able to come here, pick up and start over and get to this point makes the whole thing worth it.
It feels great to be graduating or transferring, especially since I'm completing one of my goals.
Oh, it's a pleasure. It's a great pleasure to graduate because I've been here a couple of years, and Montgomery College has been a very great school, and this is just the beginning of my a stepstone so I can proceed to my major and my career.
It feels great to transfer from Montgomery College to another institution.
Feels great to finally be transferring. Man, I feel like I've been here so long.
I feel happy and a little bit scared because it's my first time graduate because I'm the international student. That's why.
It feels great to be graduating. I can move on and have full-time work and also have free nights. It's exciting.
It feels great to be graduating. I'm so happy. It took me a while, but I'm doing it and I'm very proud of myself.
It's awesome. I mean, it's great. Finally did it. It's done. Now I can move on with the other chapter of my life. Go on for that bachelor's or master's degree.
It feels amazing.
It feels really good. I was waiting for this moment for like 3 years, so I'm really happy.
Feels great. This is actually going to be my second degree, but it still feels great, just like it was the first time.
To be graduating or transferring feels surreal. I never thought this day would come.
It feels so good to be graduating and transferring.
It feels great to be graduating. I've been here for 3 years, working so hard, and I have 3 children and a husband, so I'm happy that I'm finally ending the beginning of my journey.
It feels amazing to be graduating. I'm finally doing it.
Wow, I don't know what to say. It's quite an exciting moment for me to graduate because I feel like I have accomplished something and I'm moving forward in the future to another level.
I feel great about graduation. My focus has been reasserted now that I have a wife, a loving wife, and 2 beautiful kids. So it's been a fantastic ride.
Oh gosh, it feels so great to be graduating, and to be transferring in the future. So I'm really excited, but I'm really excited about the time that I had here at MC.
Oh my goodness. It feels great to be graduating, that this long journey has finally come to an end with a great success.
I feel like it's the best day of my life. I feel like I have accomplished what I came here to do.
It feels great to be graduating, one step closer to my goal.
Commencement Day is clearly a very special day in the lives of these grads, something they've worked long and hard for. Let's listen to some more messages of thanks to their friends and families.
I would really like to give a shout out to my mom and dad and to my fiance. Thank you, love, and my family just for being so supportive and just pushing me along the way in all those times where I was tired and I didn't want to do my assignments, and because you know how much it means to me to do well. And just thank you so much, and I love you guys so much, and Grandma, you too. Thank you guys. I did it!
I would like to give a shout out to all my nursing friends. You guys survived it and we all survived it, and you did really well. Congratulations to all of you. Special thanks to Kenya, Kathy, Aza, Maria, Abe. I could not really cite everybody, but all of the 2013 spring graduating class, I would like to give you a shout out.
Yes, I would like to shout out for my parents who have been supportive during these years.
And my dear friend Elizabeth Bock. And my son.
I would love to give out shouts to my husband, to my 2 lovely daughters for being considerate even though they're young.
I would like to give a big shout out to my family, especially my dad, my mom, my friends, and everybody here.
I want to give a shout out to my mom. She's in Zimbabwe. Mrs. Chaluka, she has helped me a lot. And I want to give a shout out to my aunt, Constance. She's a nurse in Sibley Hospital in DC. Give a shout out to my brother, Tinasher, my twin sister, Constance, my girlfriend, Tobani, my cousin, Farai, Arthur, and Florence, and all the professors that have come across Montgomery College.
I want to be very thankful with my family in Bolivia, with my mom, Ada, my dad, Juan.
To my professors, and to my friend Kathy, who has helped me along the way, and to my fellow students.
I would like to give a shout out to my daughter Mila, which is 11. She's 11. She's always pushed me, and she's the reason why I decided to finish school, because I wanted her to also look up to me and to be a good role model to her.
I'd like to give a shout out to my husband and my son and my daughter for being my inspiration and giving me determination and letting me know that I'm important and that I can do it.
Many of today's grads took advantage of the flexible scheduling options that Montgomery College has to offer. Did you know that MC offers a wide variety of summer classes? Summer Session 1 starts next week, and registration is underway. If you want to start your classes later in the summer, consider Summer Session 2, which starts on July 8th. Visit montgomerycollege.edu and search registration for the information you need to know. Now let's hear more shout-outs to friends and family from the class of 2013.
I would definitely love to give a shout-out to Mom. Thanks.
I'd like to give a shout out to my family, my mom, Sarige, I really love you, and my brothers, my two brothers, Yared and Bini. Thank you so much. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be here right now. Thank you. I love you.
And my host family, and a very important person, Elmer, my boyfriend. Thank you for all your support. I really be happy next to you and being at Montgomery College.
I would like to give a shout out to my family, my brothers and sisters who have been with me in the U.S., my mother, my parents.
I want to thank God, my Lord Jesus Christ, for without him I wouldn't be here. Secondly, I want to tell my wife I love you and I appreciate the support that you have given me, the encouragement, the constant butt kicking, and pushing me through when I felt like I was stuck in a rut. You hammered it out, and you were my yin to my yang. My kids, Kai and Unray III, my mom, Vernita, Unray Sr., my in-laws, my mother-in-law, Famona Kane and Calvin Kane. I mean, all my friends were actually, kept my back and, wanted me to continue to do well for not only myself, but for my family. I do appreciate it, and I love you guys.
Well, I have several shout-outs, and if I miss anybody, I love you also. A great shout-out to my dad. He's wonderful. He's so dedicated to education. He's always pushed me to get an education. You can't live without an education. You need it in so many areas of your life. And his story always motivates me because he was an immigrant. He came here, he was an immigrant. He had to start from scratch, only came here with just not a little bit of money, and he worked hard and he worked hard in college to be successful. So he always encourages me to just keep on going.
I would like to give a shout out to my husband, Eddie Lorena, and my mom, Maria. I want to thank you for everything and for your support on Montgomery College and helping me get closer to my goal. Quiero dar gracias a Eddie Llerena, mi esposo Eddie Llerena, y a mi mamá María por todos sus esfuerzos y por toda su ayuda para lograr que terminara la primera etapa de mi vida.
I would like to first thank the man up above. If it wasn't for him, I would not be still standing here through all my rough times, as well as I would like to thank my family and friends for being here and being as supportive as they have for me through my education career, as well as I would like to thank my grandma from traveling all the way from Panama to be here for me. I love you, Grandma Angela.
Also my neighbors, Eric and Jen Myron, and last but not least, my twins, Vincent and Gabrielle Burns. I'd like to thank you all for your love, your support, and your encouragement, not to mention the tutoring. Thanks.
So I want to thank my mom, particularly my mom, because she has traveled all these miles to come here and assist me. I'm thanking you so much, Mrs. Angel Teneka.
I would like to give a shout out to my friend Crystal Nicholson for talking me into going back to school. I would like to give a shout out to my family and friends and all my loved ones who helped and assisted me with my studies. I want to give a shout out to God for allowing me the strength and giving me the strength to know that I can do it.
As we heard earlier, not only did today's grads benefit from the help of family and friends on their way to their goals, but most had the help of some very special faculty and staff members too.
Special thanks to all my professors, especially Professor Davis, Professor Comzia, all my professors in general. All the nursing staff have been very helpful, and also the lab especially has been very helpful to all the students. So thank you very much for all your support and word of encouragement that you have bestowed upon us.
They have just been so understanding, so helpful, because they know that every student is unique. They have their own challenges, they have their own life, their own livelihoods, and they try to accommodate the students as best as they can. And frankly, I could tell you, even going to an institution where it costs a down payment on a house for a bachelor's degree, I didn't receive quite the same quality of education there that I did at Montgomery College.
I'd like to give a shout out to a few of my professors, my speech professor, Ms. McCready, my stress professor, Mr. Minear, my psychology professor, Dr. Gaddis Dini, my English professor, Ms. Murphy.
Mr. James Nelson, that's the best professor ever. Thank you, Mr. James Nelson.
Miss Dana Baker, who was definitely a rock and sometimes a hammer and a bat, but I thank you too.
Dr. Hernandez, I had him for U.S. history and Latin American history. He's a great teacher. He always encourages every single student in the classroom, me especially, to keep your eyes on the prize, to never give up. Even though there's obstacles in the way, keep on going, because you need that education to go far in your life.
My professor here at MC, especially my international coordinator, Ms. Vida Bonsu, Professor Rob Barber, Professor Quell, my advisor, Andrea Milo, and the president of Montgomery College. I would like to thank you all and all my other faculties.
And I also want to give a shout out to my business statistics teacher. Thank you.
Professor Marshall, she was an English teacher, always encouraging me as well to go forward, read more, write more, become a better writer, things of that nature. Dr. Brown, she was my psychology teacher. She was also a really good teacher, always motivating me to keep my head up, etc. And there was one more teacher that I almost forgot. Her name is Professor Shaw. She was my computer applications teacher. She is the one, Professor Shaw is the one who basically encouraged me to study information technology when I go to the university. She made my experience with computers wonderful. I didn't know anything about computers, barely knew how to turn a computer on, and here you have this amazing teacher that's just so patient with you, that helps you with whatever. And if it wasn't for her, I honestly wouldn't know which field I would pick.
Since I've been a student here at Montgomery College, from the activities such as clubs and student senate to the communities that I've been honored to serve on, I come to realize that Montgomery College is truly a best place of endless possibility.
MCTV, how can I forget you guys? I can never forget you guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much. This is an awesome opportunity, you know, as far as in kickstarting and getting my career started. You guys have helped me a lot. I've learned a lot from you guys, and I just really want to tell you guys thank you. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, everybody. MCTV, I love y'all.
Couldn't agree with you more, Dallas. Like Dallas, I've been a student assistant at MCTV during my time here at MC, and it's been a great experience. Once again, I'm Brianna Hurwitz, and we'll be right back with more Countdown to Commencement right after this.
Start your endless possibilities moving forward this summer. Register for Montgomery College's exciting summer sessions right now.
Every summer I take 12 credits, and that's always here at MC. And I see that continuing even between undergraduate years and maybe even some graduate work, because a lot of people in those summer courses are coming to get prerequisites for master's work, and they really do transfer to a lot of places. My brother came here for summer courses. He said they have wider selection of classes here than at his four-year college. I couldn't be happier with what MC's done for me. It creates an environment where I can challenge myself, but it's not overwhelming, and it delivers exactly what it's supposed to. It's a two-year school that allows me to learn the skills that I need to go to a four-year university.
Visit montgomerycollege.edu and search registration. It's also not too early to be thinking about MC's fall session either. Classes begin August 26th. Register now and let your endless possibilities at MC begin today.
Welcome back. We're getting closer to 10 o'clock and the start of commencement, but we still have some grads we haven't heard from.
I want to give a shout out to my grandma, who I hope I made her proud by continuing my education and being the first grandchild to graduate college.
Special shout outs to my family, you know, for the support. You know, just being a good support system. Nikki, all the papers that you have helped me with, thank you so much, because it helped a lot. Now you seeing some of your hard work finally pay off. I want to thank you so much for that.
Ok, pour finir, je voulais remercier tout le monde, spécialement mes amis, ma famille, et mes professeurs et l'école pour avoir me donné l'opportunité. Donc, je remercie vraiment pour avoir l'opportunité et félicitations à tous mes amis. I love you.
I definitely need to give a shout out to my husband, Raymond Dobbs. He's been an awesome help, and to my three kids, Tamara, Arena, and Angela. They've been great, very patient with me, and I'm just happy that I'm finally made it here, and I'm thankful for them for just being so kind, so helpful, so supportive. Thank you so much. I couldn't thank you enough. Love you guys.
I want to thank my family for the support.
I want to say thank you for everyone, for my husband, Ryan, for all my family, all my friends here that helped me so much during all this time here in Montgomery College. And especially for my mom that's in Brazil right now, and she supports me very much. Obrigado, mãe, por tudo que você fez por mim. Eu tô aqui e eu consegui. Beijo.
I would like to thank my mother, my wife, and my three kids. And hi, Oni, I did it. I'm finished.
And friends and family for giving me the support and the encouragement that I needed to improve myself and to move forward, forward to the future that is for me.
I want to say thank you to my husband, Mohammed, to my son Said, to my brother Miguel, and my family.
There's one specific person I'd like to thank more than anyone else in the world. That's Rain of Jestigeis, also known as Kim Johnson, my sweet and wonderful girlfriend, who helped tutor me through some of my nursing and my scientific classes, and was always there to push me along, to get me off my computer game and back in the books.
Mom, Dad, I love you. Thank you for everything you've done. My whole family, you guys have supported me and made me become the man I am today. I also want to thank God for everything He's done for me and everyone that I've met in my life.
And I'd also like to give a shout out to my parents, to my mother, my family, for supporting me through this long journey.
I'd like to give a shout out to my family, my parents especially, for supporting me in any decision that I make.
I also want to thank you, especially my family who supported me throughout this career, the beginning of my career. I also have kids and they supported me a lot, and I'm very thankful that I've been able to make it from the beginning of my career and to proceed from there as well.
I would like to thank anybody and everybody that has helped me along the way. I appreciate all the help. It has meant a lot to me.
I'd like to give a shout out to my mom and dad for always pushing me and knowing that I need to finish school. Thank you, Mom and Dad. I'd like to thank my brothers for actually always being there and making me laugh when I needed to laugh. My boyfriend, James, I know you helped me through these last moments of my schooling, and you pushed me as well. Thank you, guys. I love you guys all.
I'd like to give a shout out to my mom, my sister, my little brother, my cousins. Thanks for all the encouragement. I finally did it, guys. 14 freaking years, but it's done.
This year at the grad finales, we decided to try something different. We asked the grads a tough question. Could they describe Montgomery College in just one word?
One word to describe Montgomery College: awesome.
Interesting.
Fun.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Spectacular.
Family.
Nice.
Diverse.
Outstanding.
Excellent.
Surprising.
Perfect.
Opportunity.
Great.
Great.
Awesome.
Fun.
Great.
Exhausting.
Opportunities.
Inspiring.
Flexible.
Inspirational.
Excellent.
Awesome. Awesome.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Well, it's almost that time. The big event is about to begin, and the students are lining up to process into the tent. One last thing before we go. We'd like to thank all of the students who let us interview them at the grad finales this year. We'll leave you with a roll call of all the grads you've seen in today's show. Thanks again, and take it away, class 2013.
Josiane Makairan.
Ajovi Aiga McDaniel.
Aisha Yaehabi.
Candace White.
Carlos Marroquin.
Christopher Chaduca. Cindy de la Barra.
Kimani, aka Dallas Howard.
Ernest Benjamin.
Esther Regi. Florence Narada. Hajagari Domcreo.
Irene Wahba.
Yvonne Salguero.
Paul Cyberlick.
Javier Garcia.
Jennifer Collins.
Jessica Marquez.
John Ancra.
Juan Serrano.
Juliana Henao.
Khalifa Isabella Lee.
Kisu Rizal.
Kyle Hitchcock.
Lydia Alfaro.
Lloyd Limontas.
Loretta Burns.
Manuela Mbaiku.
Nivea Fleming.
Phil Simpson.
Sarah Putnam.
Salome Metuku.
Stephanie Dobbs. Tania Jones.
Swakatora Morangi.
Unray Peters Jr.
Vanessa Diaz.
Vera Banda.
Winnie Tenekam.
Candace Garner Groves.
Deborah Brown.